Hey guys, it's Jody from JodyJazz, Russo, and Shedville. We're here with the great Jeff Coffin at the JodyJazz Factory.
Thanks
for
Jody.
being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me in. Beautiful place you got here.
Thanks a lot.
It's awesome.
I have a question.
Hit me.
Okay, how can you play the DV on baritone, which is one of our brightest, not the brightest, but close to it. A lot of projection. And then on soprano, the custom dark, or darkest. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I think of all the horns as very different instruments. I think a lot of people that play a lot of instruments, a lot of saxophones, tend to think of them in a similar way, but for me they're very different. So the role that the baritone plays in the ensemble is very different than the role the soprano plays in the ensemble. So whether I'm with Dave Matthews or with my own groups or in the studio, I'm thinking about what role I'm playing with those instruments. And so to me, they're very different. So the baritone, for me, I need to have that cutting edge because there's a lot of low end, especially if we're playing stadiums or arenas rather, or outdoor sheds. There's a lot of low end between the kick drum and the bass, even some of the low guitar stuff that's going on the keyboards. So I got to be able to cut through and punctuate with the bari, but the soprano for me is sitting up above the vocal. So I think of that as more of a vocal instrument. So I want that to be the darkest sound that I can get. And so the tenor's got a little bit of brightness on it also for me. The alto's got a little bit of brightness on it for me also. But again, for me, the alto is getting up into that soprano thing where I want it to have some darkness and roundness. But yeah, I mean, the question makes a lot of sense. Why really bright on the bottom and really dark on the top? But to me, it has to do with the role that those instruments are playing in the ensemble.
Cool. You answered my question.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.